So just with Max Wax Packs, and I said the next video I did was going to show you guys how to get some of your artwork ready to be able to print on a UV printer like the Procolored A3 UV 10 Pro, whatever the hell it's called. Anyway, so I am going to show you how it's done in Photoshop. I never use Photoshop, but I had to take basically a bunch of time off to learn how to use it because I didn't know when I bought that printer that this is what we're going to need. So just hang with me on this one. I'm going to show you what we're working on. And I'm going to be looking over here, even though the camera's here. So I'm going to look at this screen on this side so I can get this work done quickly. But what I'm going to show you right now, so here's a card I'm working on. This is the Joe Burrow card. And what I'm doing is, this is what I'm about to print. This is a light plate, and I'm printing this one. But I've been testing the printer out, and I noticed that there's some changes here I need to make. So I'm going to show you exactly what to do. But this is how you get a picture ready to print, okay? Now, first thing is, and I've already got it done here. This is the one I'm going to print. I'm going to make it again for you guys. So first things first is we want to, we are in RGB mode. You can see this right here. It's RGB color. And what we want to do is our printer's printing CMYK, so we're going to convert this over. Keep in mind that when you do that, the images will usually come out darker. So what I did was I already brightened this picture up, knowing it's going to be darker when you convert from RGB to CMYK. All right. So here's how we're going to do that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to image. Well, actually, there's a couple ways we can do this. First thing we'll do, I guess, is we'll go to edit, and we're going to go to convert to profile, and we're going to select. I leave mine as the Japan 2001, and if you look at advanced here, you're going to see it's CMYK Japan color coded 2001. And the reason I picked that one is that's the one that I learned on when I was first doing this, so that's the one that I've kept with. So I'm going to click OK, and all of a sudden you're going to see here that we have now CMYK. All right. The next thing you have to do, and please pay attention to this, it's very important, is you have got to change this to 8-bit. You cannot run 16-bit and print with it, okay? So you have to change it to 8-bit for those, for that RIP software and for that printer. All right. If you don't, the picture will show up in the RIP software, but when you try to print it, it's going to come out with this greenish color that's super huge and not centered or not aligned properly. So, so we've got, let's see, we did our image, we did our edit, convert profile, and then if you don't see the screen or for some reason you can't get here, if you go to image and mode, you could also just do it here with the 8 bits. Don't select your mode here, but here you can change the 8 bits. To do your profile, make sure to go this route. There are other ways to do it, but this is the most consistent way to make sure you've got all the options selected, okay? So now we're in CMYK. We have our card. Now, this light plate, I know that this is 80 millimeters wide by 124 millimeters tall, okay? So we're going to change the image size, increase the resolution as well. That's the next thing we want to do. So we're going to click this here. We're going to go to image. Now, actually, I'm going to crop this first because I notice that there's pieces that I need to crop. So give me a second. So we're going to click the crop tool here, and I'm going to try to zoom in. There we go. And make sure that I only select the card. Okay, so let's do that. We're going to move this to here. Okay. We're going to go down, slide over. We're going to move this up just a tad. I have to zoom in more so I can get a little bit better. There we go. And then we're going to go keep going this way. Okay, that looks good. We'll go up. Okay, we're going to bring this in just a little bit to like maybe right there. Okay, and then across the top, we'll come down about that much. Okay, and we need to come in a little bit more here to get rid of this right here. So let's bring that in just about right there. All right, and I want to get rid of this piece right here. So let's go there, and then we're going to click done. Okay, now I've cropped my card. Let me show you what it looks like. There it is. Okay, now since this is the separate, turning this into, and this is, you guys do whatever you want, but it's not going to be symmetrical when I do this because the format of the card, the ratio, and the format of the plate, the ratio, are different. Excuse me. It's very late right now. So what we're going to do now is, okay, now that I've got everything cropped, this is what I want. I'm going to go to my image. I'm going to go to image size. And here's my image right here, okay? Now, I want to fit this to a I could say raw card right here. That's something that I've got already configured. But for this, because it's a light plate, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, we're going to go to 81 because I want a little bit of overprint on there just in case, or I could keep it at 80. It doesn't really matter. 80 by 124. Okay. Now, if I was to move this plate when I put it on the table, on the feeding table, if I was to move it, I don't have a template for this yet, so I'm just putting it at location 0. So I really can't get it to spray over onto here unless I move it into the table a little bit, and I don't know what that template's going to be right now. But if we wanted to, we could bring this in about 10 millimeters, right? As a matter of fact, that's what we'll do. Let's just go ahead and do that. What we're going to try to do is, because the edge of these kind of flare out, and I'm going to actually print over this one to show you guys how well the white works when you've got it working properly. I guess what I can do is I can move it 10 millimeters down and 10 millimeters over, and then I can just tell it to print, I don't know, we'll go like 80, I don't know, let me see, I don't know where my ruler went, but let's just, here it is. So let's just say we're going to go like 83 by 126. I have no idea. So let's just do that. Let's do 83, and we're going to 126, and we're going to do it at 600. And I'm going to tell this thing that I want to save this. So I'm going to save this preset, because if you're going to print the same thing over, you might as well save the preset. So I'm going to save the preset, okay, as a light plate. Light plate. Okay, click save. All right, now in the future, it'll automatically, all I have to do is just do that. I'm gonna click OK. All right, there's our card down. You can see it's kind of a little skinnier, it's a little taller, but it's looking good. This is exactly what I want. All right, now comes the part about how to get this ready so that you can have a white underlay, and so that you can also tell the UV printer if you're gonna use varnish, okay? So pay close attention to this part. All right, first things first, we're gonna go to our layers section over here. You see where it says background? We're going to remove that lock right there, and now it's layer 0, okay? We are going to hold the control key with the finger over this right here with this little hand selector tool. Hold the control key and you're going to see that dotted box. And now what you're going to see is you're going to see this dotted line right here, okay? So the dotted box, and then you're going to click this plus key. Okay, that's going to add a second layer. Once that's added, you're going to go to select, modify, contract, 1. I leave it at 1 pixel. That's 1 pixel coming in, and that's where the white is going to go. Okay, you want to bring it in because you don't want the white to be outside the artwork that you have, right? So we're going to leave it at 1. Some people move it in more. I don't. I just leave it at 1 pixel, which I think is perfectly fine. Then after that, we're going to go to Edit, Fill, and we're going to fill it with white. Okay, leave the mode normal, and leave it at opacity is 100%. Don't worry about preserve transparency, and just click OK. Now, you see it's fully white here. What I do is I take my layer 0 and move it on top. That way I can still see my card. I know there's a white layer underneath. We're good there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to head over to channels, and you're going to see your CMYK channels right here. What you want to do, all these are on and selected. You want to click these 3 or 4, whatever. I think it's 4 lines right here on the top right. When you do that, you're going to click New Spot Channel. Now, keep in mind that the new spot channel, the first new spot channel, I put a W, and the W is for white because that is going to be my white underlay. This channel is going to tell the printer to print white before it prints the color, okay? So I put a W for white, I leave the color as red, I don't care, and I click OK, all right? Now, if you're going to be using varnish, you have to add another spot layer, right? So what you do here, though, is you will click, right click, and you will left click on duplicate channel, and I put V for varnish, leave everything else just like it is, and click OK. All right, that's it. So if you have a varnish, you're going to add this. If you don't have varnish or you're not using varnish, don't add this. You have to put the white underlay unless you want your drawing to be see-through or what have you. So you have to add the second one. So you will add a spot channel here. And if you're using varnish, I wasn't at the beginning, but I am now. So I am adding this last one. And what will happen is it'll print your artwork, and then it'll push it out, then bring it right back in, and then go back and put a whole layer of varnish on top. And you'll see that when we do this. Okay, once you've done this, and you'll notice there's no eye here, don't put it. Okay, just leave it just like you see it here. You have your layers here, okay? Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up and you're gonna click File, and you're gonna click Save a Copy, okay? Don't click Save, don't click Save As, click Save a Copy, and here's why. You need to see these right here and make sure all 3 are always checked. So you're gonna check those, and you're gonna change this and go to a TIFF file, And I'm going to put this in my light switch right here, and I'm going to call it, because it was the edited, I'm redoing this one because that one was too dark. So I'm going to go to, oh no, actually that's the right one. So I'm going to call this as, I'll just click on this here, and I'll just call it edited -1. Okay, that'll be the new one that we all did, all right? So I'm going to click, all these are checked. Spot colors checked, layers checked, ICC profile check, click save. When this screen comes up, you're going to put none for image compression, interleave you're going to leave at the top there, IBM PC, and RLE faster saves for bigger files. Okay, so I'm not trying to sound smart. I don't know what any of that shit means. All I know is that's the way to do it, so trust me, okay? Then you're going to click OK. That's it. You're done. Now, before I go outside to the machines, I'm going to go ahead and open the RIP software here so we can show you what that's going to be like. So we're going to go to our, should be opening here in just a second, so bear with me. Okay, and I'm going to click yes. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's already open. Crap, my bad. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to click, let me delete all these. Okay, so let's go to, wait, where am I here? Clear cache. Okay, click yes. Okay, I'm going to click new, and I'm going to go to import, and I'm going to find my folder, and it should be Joe Burrow Patch Edit 1. There we go. Double click that, and we're going to click original size, and that's perfect. Okay, that is a bright picture. So if you look at this one here, you can see it kind of came out dark, and the red, because this was printed in RGB. So I want to do CMYK because RGB can't print white, right? Like it prints all three colors together, which make white, which sucks because then you end up with like some hue, like a reddish tint or whatever. So RGB is decent for some things, but not if you're gonna have a lot of white in there. So CMYK is the better way to go. So learn how to edit your pictures for that. All right, so looking at this here, just so I've got it clear, we have 83 by 125. So let's do print, and let's do print again. And we're gonna call this light switches, and we're gonna call this Joe Burrow CMYK 2. Save. Okay, now it's exporting. So that's what you're going to do. And now what I'm going to do is I'll stop this video. I'm going to head over to outside, continue the video out there, and show you exactly how it comes out. We'll see if it worked. But now you guys know exactly how to do that part, okay? So I'll see you in just a little bit. Hey guys, all right, so now we're outside. We're in the shop here, in my garage actually, and we're getting ready to run this print, right? So we're going to print over this. So we're going to put another white layer on it and print it, and we're going to use a little bit brighter color this time. But it has been about 4 hours since I have run this machine, so I'm going to go ahead and do a cleaning. And I've talked to you guys about this before. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're just going to click clean, and we're going to go to all, and we're going to go to normal. We're going to let it run, and while that's happening, I'm going to turn the side camera on here real quick. It's kind of not going to be in focus that well. There it goes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of go over the thing. Don't forget, we got to lower this. We're going to lower the tray. Okay, because we need to be able to get under there and clean the wipe the print head. Let's lower that real quickly. At the same time, our screen is still showing that it's cleaning, so we'll accept that. Okay, it's still going, so. Alright, no, I'm going to wait for now. It's still running, so we're going to let that go for just a minute. And while that's going, I don't have to have this big, so hold on a second. We can just shrink that up right there. There you go. It's much easier to look at. Okay, it says it's idle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to move the print head to the center. Okay, I'll try to this camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. Sorry, bear with me as I angle this. Okay, so there's the print head right there. So what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean underneath, and there is white ink on the white print head there. I'm just going to wipe it just like that, kind of remove it, make sure it's clean, and then we're going to go to the color, do the same thing. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to come over here, and if I can get this to angle down, I'll just take it off there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and you can see I'm just going to take our cleaning and we're going to dab it in here, clean this, press it down, just make sure to clean it, make sure everything just comes out looking nice and clean and good. Okay, so now that we've cleaned this, I think it's safe to go ahead. Let me put this back. I think it's safe to go ahead and get everything ready to print. So I'm going to go to the computer. I'm going to hit X reset. That's going to bring the, there we go. So that's clean. I can get rid of this, and I will just wipe down the tray here. Okay. All right. So now the print head has been moved back, and now we can come out to here, and we are in zoom mode. We don't need to be in zoom mode. We can just leave this just like this. Okay. So let's do that. Leave that there for the time being. All right. So that's done. Now we're going to take our light. This is what I was talking about. I said that I would use the ruler to set it 1 millimeter apart. So if you watch this, we're going to take this ruler and we'll line it up just like this. Okay, that's going to keep us 1 millimeter on the edge here. I'll come down 1 millimeter here, 1 millimeter here, and I do have 2 groups. So just to make sure that my measurements are right. Just like that. Okay. Now the question is, can I remove the rulers without screwing this up? No, I can't. Well, you know what? I totally forgot. I need to put tape on this anyway, so it quits spraying through. I didn't do that last time, and so you can see on my table I've got like the screws in the light switch spot here. Sorry, I meant to do that, so let me just do that real quickly. Yeah, that's better. All right, so 1 millimeter to here. There we go. Okay, that should be 1 millimeter both ways. Now we're going to take this up, and we'll have the laser level, the laser adjustment here. Adjust it. And then, like I said, the 1 millimeter is because the printer believes it's going to print at the 0 mark, right? And I told it to overspray. So I want to move my plate out so that when it sprays at the 0 and I'm at the 1, the edge can get covered. Okay, so that's my assumption. I'm hoping this works. We'll see. We're gonna hope. Might not do it. Nah, just kidding. Okay, there it is right there. And now we're going to go ahead and use our system here to send this back. We're going to use the Y reset. There we go. Guys, we're ready to rock and roll. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this so that you guys can watch. I'll take this, let me turn it sideways so it changes. There it goes. I will lay that right here so you can watch this print. And we will get ready. Okay, so, and then I'll make the screen bigger here in just a second. But first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead now and go open files. Oh, you know what? No, wait, yeah, open files. And then let's go to 3D profiles, card prints, light switches, and we're going to do the was it 1107? Yeah, I guess it is it, isn't it? No, wait a minute. Yeah, that's got to be it. I sure as hell hope that's it. 1107, yeah, that's got to be it. Okay, let's go ahead and open that. We're going to go with a 16 pass. Keep it nice. And let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger so you guys can watch. Okay, there we go. Now you can see here's the card, right? So we're hoping we're going to be putting white over that, so it should cover it. So let's hope for the best here. And we will click print. All right, guys, it's going to be interesting. Oh no, look at the shine. I mean, this thing is, I'm looking at it on the screen. And look how far we got down the edge there by moving it out. Look at that. Look at the top. Look at the bottom. Look at how gorgeous this is, guys. I mean, this is, holy moly, look at how awesome. And it's just so shiny. All right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put this back now. And I'll turn off the camera here. Give me a second. Let me turn that off. There we go. Okay. Let's put this back. And then, hey, look at that. Tell you what, I'm going to, I'll go now and I'll go put this on the wall, and we'll take a picture and show you guys. But I mean, you know, it doesn't, it's so shiny. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really shiny. Anyways, I'm really excited about this. Look, I'm gonna take the tape off. Check this out. This is so cool. So there's the light switch section, right? And then the screw holes. And then there it is with everything going. So let's go put it on the wall, and I'll post some pictures of this. Thanks guys for watching. I hope it helped. Remember always, God bless, be safe, and most of all, go spend time with your family. You never know how much time you have left, guys. Go make the most of it. You can always do the work later. Please subscribe and let others know about it. Take care. Bye.